Hi, welcome once again to Senior Focus. I'm your host, Bill Adams. Senior Focus is a show designed for adults over the age of about 50 or so in the Mahoning County area. We come to you a couple times each month through Armstrong's Channel 20 and 100. We want to say thanks to Greg Roten. He's with Armstrong and he brings the show to you. And also thanks to Keith Kaiser from Mill Creek Metro Parks. He allows us to use the beautiful Davis Visitor Center to interview folks. Today we're going to be talking with four ladies who are from two different organizations that do adult daycare. And I guess what I can do is just start on my right, your left as you're looking, and introduce the folks. We have Cheryl Lloyd, who's Community Relations Outreach Coordinator with Easter Seals, and Lisa Bittler, who is the Activity with Easter Seals, Activity Director. Yep. And then we have Sister Janine Farah, who is Business Administrator with the Antonine Sisters in North Jackson. And finally, Sister Marie Madeline Iskandar.
Right.
And she is the Director of the Antonine Sisters. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming. What I'd like to do is maybe just start out with a basic of what is adult daycare and explain that to folks, and then we'll maybe go from there into a little bit of the history and what you're doing currently. But, well, I'll tell you what, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but history-wise, the Antonine Sisters have been around about 20 years?
Right.
And how about Easter Seals? Do you know, is it quite that long?
Easter Seals has been around since 1951 in this area.
Right, but for adult daycare?
For adult daycare.
Since 1990.
Correct.
Okay, that's close, but I'll give the nod for experience. So, Sister Marie, if you want to go with just a little bit about what adult daycare is, and of course anybody from Easter Seals who want to join in.
Okay, adult daycare is we get people in our daycare 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. How we bring them in, we have transportation. We pick up people from their home to the daycare and we take them the afternoon to their home. How we spend the day with them, really to keep them busy. Our purpose at our daycare is to keep them mentally and physically active. Mm-hmm. How we do it during the day. From 8 to 9:30, people are coming in. They don't all come at once. After this, we take them for a breakfast. Mm-hmm. After the breakfast, we divide them into groups for activities, mental and physical activities like memory games, puzzles, all these games to keep them really active and remember all these. They know all these old ways to think about it. That's what we bring to them. Mm-hmm. After the activities, it's time to really take them to the restroom. It's very normal for adult people. Mm-hmm. Noontime, we give them a hot cooked meal every day because some of them, they still live by themselves. We try to feed them enough during the day while they are here. Then they don't have to really worry about their supper. Mm-hmm. Then after the lunch, they have really nap, 45 minutes. After the nap, they have physical exercise for half hour. Sister, the nurse here, we have a sister as a nurse. She's there from 8 to 5 with them. She gives them like physical exercise too, like for half hour, and songs, all this. Then they go for a snack before they go home. 3 o'clock, we start to load the buses. We have 4 buses on the road in different places, and they go bus by bus. And few of them, they still stay there because their children, they come to bring them. Mm-hmm. That's how we spend the day to keep them really busy. They go home, they are tired, they have little supper, and they go to bed. That's what we heard from their caregiver at home.
Right.
That's the way we spend the day with them. And I really encourage the family to really bring their loved one to the daycare, especially when they are really husband and wife, and they take care of each other. At the end, they really got tired, especially Alzheimer's people. Mm-hmm. We have most of our adult daycare, we have Alzheimer's people. Mm-hmm. And we have from 50 to, we have the old lady, we have 103.
103 would be the oldest?
At the daycare.
Now, ladies, are you finding that same age range at Easter Seals?
Our ages are, could be from mid-50s up until one of our clients, she was 101. So we have different ages, and we have, at Easter Seals, we serve the needs of the seniors as well as people with disabilities. And we like to promote like independence and dignity, and we believe in the quality of life. I plan the activities there based on the individual needs of our clients. They come in, we're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30, and we provide transportation as well as we have family members dropping them off. They come in, they get a breakfast, socialization, and then they'll come back and we have an activity room, and our activities range from, I like to keep them stimulated and do it with fun and spontaneity, and they love music and the different games and crafts, and I believe in bringing the community, inside the Easter Seals, and it's a family atmosphere. And I believe in having fun but still stimulating them, and we have aides in the ranges from 20s to 50s, and they love being current and they love talking about past events. And so it's like once they'll have their breakfast, they can go back in the activity room and we'll start activities. Then they come out and they'll have lunch. And right after lunch is bingo, and that's a big thing for us. Every day this is a bingo. So after lunch they have bingo. Then they'll have a snack. Then we come back and we'll do our afternoon activities. And then the buses range from pickup times. We have buses going constantly. And then, they'll start to filter out, and we just continue activities through the entire day. So it's a family atmosphere, and I leave every day with a smile on my face. There's not one day that I haven't learned anything or had a good time.
Yeah, I noticed on both, I think, the websites, and, before we get going too much, it's probably a good idea now, and then we'll give it later, to give out the contact information for both sisters, if you want to talk about the Antonine sisters, about where people would call, and I know you also have a website.
Right. Anybody can call at 330-538-9822, and our website is www.antoninevillage.org.
Okay.
So we're there.
And then for Easter Seals?
At Easter Seals, you would call 330-743-1168, and our website is www.mtc.easterseals.com.
Okay. And again, we're going to talk about, both of you have other activities. I know, I've talked with Easter Seals before, and Sister, I don't know if you remember, but I think you were on the show many years ago,
Right.
back at Fitch High School. That was the early genesis of
You're
Senior
right.
Focus. But I know you also have started with the assisted living, and that's a relatively new feature. But again, with adult daycare, this is a real godsend, I guess, for people who are sort of in between, again, being able to stay at home all day. And maybe some of the folks could, but again, it's what quality of life would they have? Would they be eating well, and would they be active with other people or being engaged? But on the other end, most people don't want to leave their home. They don't want to have to go to an assisted living or nursing home until they're physically unable to anymore. But so this is sort of a bridge where people maybe they're getting caregivers at home. Family, is that what you find?
Correct. We supplement a lot. At Easter Seals, we do have caregivers that will go out sometimes ahead of time or even after they get home to get them up or to take care of them for the evening. Also, we have therapies that if we notice that maybe they're lacking in some area, that we can support them with that. So, but it really helps them coming to Easter Seals to get that socialization and that care that they really need. Like you said, they may not, be getting it at home.
Sister Janine, you're the business administrator. Would you talk with folks when they first call in? If they have
Right.
questions, are you sort of a contact person?
Kind of. It's, people usually come with, they want some help, especially the caregivers. They want some help to get some rest or to go shopping, to do their errands without being worried about the person being home by themselves. So the first, if you want reference or idea why they come to us, is they want some help or they want some socialization for their loved one, because they're staying home. I hear it from many people. He stays home in front of the
Watch
TV all day.
Right.
So when they start coming, it's hard to start, but once they start, they love it, because it gives them a routine every day. It gives them something to look forward to. Like, they all tell us that in the morning they tell them, is it school day today? They call it school
They call it
sometimes,
school.
or they call it club. So it's nice to have something to look forward to. They lived all their lives working or taking care of their families, and now they feel like they're sitting home not doing anything. So this is something they feel like they're socializing, they're seeing other people their age and the same kind of history and memories. So they start talking, especially around holidays, when we have, say, for Veterans Day, we had a celebration for Veterans Day. Many of our participants have been in the war, so it was nice that they could talk about things like that, which otherwise at home, they take it for granted, so they don't they don't say or verbalize what they feel about it. So it's a kind of socialization for them, and it's a caregiver respite for the caregiver.
Sure, that's a great idea. Lisa, I noticed, I think on the activity calendar that you have some, in addition to the activities you have in-house, you have people that come to the adult daycare. Was it the Boardman
The
group?
Boardman Key Club.
Key Club. What do
I
they do?
believe in bringing the community in because it gets it gets our seniors a chance to be involved. And the Boardman Key Club came in and they did a craft, with our clients, and we all sat at the table and played this game, and the clients loved them and they loved the clients, and it was just laughing. And one of the things that we've done is our CEO came in, and I have a game called Who's Smarter, and it's the clients against somebody, and it was our CEO. And our client's goal is to win, and they won every time. At Easter Seals, we have a 2-day trial at no charge, and that enables us, the family can bring the clients in, and it gives the family the satisfaction that they can meet us and see everything involved, and they're able to stay with their loved one. And then what we'll do, it gives us a chance to get to know them, get to know their family member, and it gets us to be able to come up with a plan and how to help them. So like the first day, the family member can stay with them as long as they want. Then maybe the second day, we kind of encourage them to maybe just stay a little and leave, and that gives our client a chance to become comfortable with everything. We have an RN and LPN on site every day. We do medication administration. The diet, every diet is met. We do a different thing. I'm a certified activity director, and our activity calendar is based on every one of our clients' needs, and that's my goal. When our clients come in, we do an assessment, and then we do care plans, and we bring them families in, and I also like to involve the family members in that. But we've had the Boardman Key Club, we've had the butler come in. I have some other people come in from other organizations. We have one gentleman that comes in and sings and does games, and our clients look forward to him. He comes in twice a month. Pet visits are huge at our place. We've had birds, and I've just brought my dog in, and this year we did a garden for the first time ever.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
The clients, it didn't do so well.
It didn't grow as well as you hoped.
We had an abundance amount of peppers, but it's just it's things like that gives them fun. And a lot of our clients, like she was saying, they'll sit home without that socialization, and they come in and they make friends, and not only do they make friends with other clients, we're their friends, and they're involved in our lives as well as we're involved in theirs. And we had a couple of our people at work get married, and I'm showing them picture, and that gives them joy. So it's just, it's fun. We've been involved with the Canfield Fair. We've won blue ribbons, and that's the kind of pride, and it's a very, very nice job for me to have.
Sure.
The involvement of the community is very important. Like you were saying, you know, we invite like the kids, especially from schools, like Fitch High School choir. They come and sing for them. The Youngstown Connection, the North Jackson Elementary School. They come sing and do activities with them. Older people, like all of us, we love kids, so they are very happy when the kids are around, and it's very good for the kids too to get acquainted and to know what life is about. You know, it's that wisdom that they give them. Also, singers.
One time we had 100 kids.
Oh, 100 at once?
The little one, they came all at one time. That was really a gorgeous day that day. Like we offer them a lot of like activities, and sometimes we take them out if they like to go with. We have the shrine like not too far from us. They walk to the shrine. Like when the weather is permanent, then they go there. The atmosphere we live in, it's very peaceful place.
Right, it's sort of in the country.
Yeah, that's very nice to like take them out, have a fresh air. We have a courtyard outside. Sometimes they go to plant flowers. A lot of activities you really create for them to keep them really happy and really to come every day to the daycare. We have most of our people, they are here every day, 5 days a week.
Okay.
Most of them.
I wanted to ask Sister Marie, since you've been there since the beginning.
Right.
And do you have anybody, I doubt that this would be the case, but do you have anybody who's been there the whole time? Or short of that, have there been people that have been there for several years?
We had a lady, she was 17 years.
17 years.
17 years, Mary Byers.
Oh.
17 years. And now we have one man, Joe. I don't know how many.
So I think 18 years. he's
18
been with
years. he was
Do
with
you
us.
find that also with Easter Seals, that you have long-term
Yes.
folks who stay for quite a while?
We have a lot of clients that have been coming many years. They enjoy it, and like she was saying, it gives their family a rest, because a lot of them may still live with family or have caregivers. But we have had, the majority of our clients have been there many years.
And Cheryl, I don't know if you can answer this, or, I'll throw this out to anybody, but if people are out there thinking about this and they wonder, how is this paid for, or, is this private pay, or there insurance involved? Does Medicaid get involved? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Correct. There are different funding out there. I know at Easter Seals, we have funding through the Area Agency on Aging, through Passport and the waiver program.
Okay.
So that's available. Also, for veterans, we do have a veterans grant that will pay for some of it, and that includes transportation, just like they had said, we also have transportation available. And then I know you had talked about the Trumbull County Senior Levy.
Right.
There's also funding for that for those folks in Trumbull County that choose to come to our adult daycare. And of course, there's private pay also.
Okay. Yeah.
Most insurances do not pay.
At this point.
Correct.
That's correct.
And we're talking about a Mahoning County levy, senior levy, so if that were to pass, then there's a possibility that there'd be some expansion, of funding
Correct.
available, I guess, through that.
It will be great for the elderly
Oh.
if they pass it.
Yes.
Do you have the same funding sources then, Sister? Is it basically either there's private pay and there's Passport? And again, for people who don't know Passport, that's through the Agency on Aging.
Right. The Area Agency on Aging, they have different programs. The Passport, which is the one of the Medicaid waivers, the caregiver support for people who do not qualify for Passport because of income, they can give them like a day or two a week. The Title III, and also the home care waiver program for disabled that are under 60 years old.
So those are the younger people.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Do you find that you have, is there a waiting list for either one of you, for either program?
We do on some of the programs, yes, we do. It's a small wait list, but definitely call us because things change all the time. As Lisa would know.
We've had waiting lists in the past, and as Cheryl said, that it does change, but we have had a waiting list, yes.
How about Antonine sisters? Do you have a?
It's hard with the family when they don't have enough money. and they are not eligible for any help from the government. That's a big, really problem for them.
That's where the senior levy would
Senior
help
levy
a
will
lot.
help.
Because for those people who are not qualified for Medicaid yet, but they don't have enough money to pay as private pay, the senior levy would help pay for that. And that's what we're happening with Trumbull County residents, which we are getting more and more because of the senior levy.
Yeah, now, how many approximately folks, I know it varies by day, but how many people come per day? Would you?
We have
the
an
estimate?
average of 35 a day.
35?
Yeah.
And how about for Easter seals?
Every day, it changes, but we can have an average, up to 30 to 32. But every day, because we have some that come 5 days a week, some that come 3, some that come 2, so it changes daily. But we've had like up to 35.
Okay. And so if someone is interested, again, why don't we give out the phone numbers and the website at this point? We'll start with Easter seals.
If you're interested in our adult daycare, simply call 330-743-1168, or our website is www.mtc.easterseals.com, and definitely just call us and we can guide you through it.
And for us, the Antonine Sisters Adult Daycare and the Antonine Village, the assisted living, the same phone number, 330-538-9822, and the website www.antoninevillage.org.
And I know both of you mentioned about meals as very important. You have lunches, and those are hot lunches, is that right?
Correct.
Is that's all included in the price?
Correct.
Okay, and could you describe what's an average lunch? I don't know if that's, but
Like every day we give them a soup.
okay,
August and January the same. They love a soup. Then after the soup they have the main meal. Today they have spaghetti
okay,
and they have a regular salad with the dessert. It depends. Some days we have fruit, some days we have really cookies or cakes, sweet. They love sweet. They really love sweet.
We all do.
well, that brings up a point. Not, first, I love sweets, but besides that, though, I heard somebody, and it might have been, I don't know, if it was Lisa, but somebody talked about maybe special diets.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you both do that. What do you do with the case of like a diabetic person who wants the cookies and the cake?
What we'll do is we meet every diet available, and it's like it could be, if they're diabetic, sugar free. I like to bake for our clients, so when I bake, I will do regular and I will do sugar free. It depends if they're thickened diet. Every diet is met. We meet everybody's nutritional needs, but you just watch, and that's where our nurse tracks everything, and we make adjustments, and their diets are met. So we find a way that every diet is met, including sweets, because that's very important.
Yes.
Sure.
This day you find sugar-free everything, really. Cookies and pies,
Ice cream.
Yep.
ice cream.
Everything,
You find everything really sugar-free.
Yeah.
Now,
But we try to give them more fruit.
I heard you mention the nurse, and you both mentioned, I think, you have a nurse on staff, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
And would you talk, maybe starting with the Antonine Sisters, about what the nurse does?
Okay, we have one of our sisters is a nurse. She's there from 8 to 5. She takes their blood pressure when they need it, but she has a schedule like every month. She weigh them, and she do the
Blood sugar.
blood sugar every day. She has 2-3 people to really check on.
Sure.
She give all the medical services for them. She is there for them to do what do they need. She give them. Sometimes she has to call the doctors if the medicine is not really right, or she wash them little by little like children. That's what she really does the whole day, to give all the medical services. And we have therapy centers too. If they need therapy, she really will take them to the center. That's all. What do they need from the medical point of view? She is there for that.
And again, you mentioned therapy, Easter seals, that's one of the things that you have also, right?
Correct. Just like Sisters said, we also take a whole person approach to our clients. We have a nurse there that's there all day also. She does assessments regularly to make sure that their needs are being met, And just like Sister said, also if there's any therapies that need happening or a doctor contacted, anything that will make that person as independent as they can be. And to be, medically and socially and physically well.
Now, we have a few minutes left, and I don't want to pass this by, where I want to mention for both of you, you have other services besides the adult daycare. Sister, do you want to talk about what else you have? The assisted living?
We have the assisted living. We just really opened in last April. It's really 55 rooms. We have 3 sections. We have independent living, assisted living, and memory care.
Okay.
And we offer, we have a beauty salon, we have the therapy center, we have ankle and foot care. They come every other month really to take care of them. That's all the basic services we try really to give them there. And now we have around 25 people in the assisted living.
Okay, so
That's
you
the services we have.
are able to take new people in at this point?
Right.
Okay. Is that eligible for Medicaid, the assisted living?
Yes, assisted living, yes.
Okay. And with Easter Seals, I know you have, I'll let you talk about it. I don't want to jump the gun, but go ahead.
Easter Seals and Youngstown Hearing and Speech are together. So we have audiology services, we have private duty nursing and aid services. Of course, we have aquatic, physical, occupational, and speech therapies. So there's so much there that we could, help, from 6 weeks to 100 plus.
Okay.
So we can meet all their needs in all of our different therapies. And we do have 3 locations to serve, wherever their best needs are met.
And, yeah, that's a good point. Just to make sure, I don't know if we mentioned this, but the adult daycare is located where, on 224?
Correct. It's at the 721 Boardman Canfield Road there, right in the 721 building.
Okay. And how about the Antonine Sisters?
2675 North Slipkey Road, North
Okay.
Jackson.
In North Jackson, that's off of Mahoning Avenue.
Mahoney.
And you both have transportation.
Right.
We have a couple minutes to go, and I don't know, I hate to ask this question late in the show, but do you have a person or a thought of somebody who's really benefited that comes to mind? One of your folks who maybe really has really enjoyed the daycare.
I have many stories, but the ones that have just personally touched us as Easter Seals is we have a woman that is not able to communicate, and us working with her, she cannot speak or, like I said, communicate, but she sings.
Oh.
And I made a CD for her, and she sings every word to every song. We had a gentleman that was very quiet and wouldn't talk, and I was playing music, and then he started telling me stories about a purple Charger he owned and where he used to go and the music he used to listen to. And when you make that much of an impact on them and you see them come alive and tell you stories and watch their smiles, and it's stories like that is very rewarding.
Do you find that
Yeah,
too?
like when we say Alzheimer's, not all of them, they are not all the time, they are really out of line. One time, I was helping the driver to put people in a bus. It was winter time, it was really very cold. And I didn't have a jacket or I didn't have a coat. And I was at the door holding him to put him in the bus. He looked at me like this, he said, "I'm not going out until you put your coat on."
So he was looking after you.
And he was really Alzheimer's. Yeah. Sometimes you have people, they have wisdom.
Well, thank you very much. Again, you've been watching Senior Focus. We've been talking with the ladies from the Easter Seals Adult Daycare in Boardman, and also the Antonine Sisters in North Jackson. Hopefully gave you some information about adult daycare and the benefits that are out there for that service. My name is Bill Adams. You've been watching Senior Focus, and again, thanks to Greg Roten for bringing the show to you on Armstrong, and thanks to Keith Kaiser from Mill Creek Metro Parks. Until next time, thanks for watching.